Welcome to Pilates Teacher's Manual, your guide to becoming a great Pilates teacher. I'm Olivia, and I'll be your host. Join the conversation and the Pilates community on Instagram at Pilates Teacher's Manual, and visit buymeacoffee.com/Olivia Podcasts to support the show. Today's chapter starts now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Today's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode because I'm wrapping up season 4 and also looking ahead to season 5 and the exciting stuff that's coming up in the next few months for the podcast and for the Pilates world too. So that's cool. This is the 18th episode of the season. Seasons are totally arbitrary. I really only talk about them at the beginning and the end of the season. But this is the longest season that the podcast has had yet. The podcast has over 27,000 listens, which is kind of insane and awesome. So thank you so much for tuning in every week. There's some great stuff coming up in the next few weeks. I'm going to be going on hiatus until the week before Momentum Fest. Momentum Fest is, of course, June 25th through 27th, happening in person in Denver and virtually wherever you are. I'll be there virtually. The podcast is sponsoring Momentum Fest, and I'm really looking forward to taking classes from some exceptional teachers and moving my body without having to teach for a second. You know, that's always a lot of fun as well. So I hope that you visit momentumfest.com, check out all the information. You'll see lots of familiar faces. Many people who have taught or will be teaching at Momentum Fest have also been on the podcast. They are so cool. Check out their workshops. I also would like to announce that I'm starting a campaign on Buy Me a Coffee, which I don't think actually looks any different on the Buy Me a Coffee page, but I'll put a little post up about it. That just the new space that I'm in, you may hear like a little bit of an echo. I do what I can in post to minimize that. But just the space that I'm in has empty walls and they're a bit echoey. So I'm starting a campaign to raise $200 to get some sound paneling to dull the echo and make the sound a little bit more clear and clean for both the podcast, for teaching. So that's happening over at Buy Me a Coffee. I am going to be matching that $200 with $200 of my own so that I can outfit the studio with some super cool sound gear. If you are loving the podcast, I would really appreciate your support if you want to visit that Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/Olivia Podcasts. And if you'd like to contribute to the project, you can just leave a message in your contribution or a message with your donation that says, hey, I'd love to help you get that cool sound gear and keep on podcasting. That would be great. I really appreciate the support from my members at Buy Me a Coffee and from people who have just done those one-time donations. I really love doing this podcast, and I appreciate your being a part of it and helping me with the podcasting hosting fees and the equipment that I use and for my time. Like, that's really awesome, and I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, everyone who has contributed now and in the past. There's going to be great stuff coming up in season 5. I'm in the middle of 2 incredible books. One is a classic, I would say, in any trauma-informed movement practice, and that's the book, The Body Keeps the Score. And so I'm working through that book. It's definitely dense and heavy, but really important and something that I think Pilates teachers can consider as we teach. So I'm going to be talking about that book and its kind of implications for Pilates teaching and ways that I'm applying it to my Pilates teaching. In that same line, there's a book called My Grandmother's Hands that's also talking very much about how our body holds on to memories and feelings and sensations, and that even though in Pilates, we're working very much with the body and we're looking at their body and seeing what it's doing, what it's not doing, giving it options to move differently. We're also working with people. So I've been, as you know, very interested in the people side of Pilates, and that's something that I'm interested in sharing with you all as well. Those 2 books. I've got other stuff that is percolating in my brain, but I'd also love to hear from you. So if you're in teacher training, or you've been teaching for a bit, or you've been teaching for a long while, and you have questions, or there's something that you're always thinking about when you're teaching and you'd love to hear me talk about it or share my experiences on that as well, please reach out on the Instagram at Pilates Teachers Manual, or you can shoot me an email at pilatesteachersmanual@oliviabioni.com. And I would love to hear from you. This podcast is for you. So let me know what you'd like to hear more about, and I'll see if I can make it happen. The podcast will be back the week before Momentum Fest. So June 18th will be the return of season 5. I will also be coming back with Pilates Students Manual, which has been on what was originally a 1-week hiatus, but then became a longer hiatus. But I will be bringing Pilates Students Manual back as well. If you haven't checked out the sister podcast, this one, definitely do that. It's a good listen. I'm really excited for this short break so that I can get some amazing new content scheduled and planned and recorded for you. Again, I'm only a message away on Instagram. I'll be keeping that going. Really looking forward to seeing you all in June for more podcasting goodness and for Momentum Fest. If you're tuning in virtually, you might see me in my new space. I hope you have a great couple weeks, and we'll be back and better than ever in no time. Talk to you again soon. Thanks for listening to this week's chapter of Pilates Teacher's Manual, your guide to becoming a great Pilates teacher. Check out the podcast Instagram at Pilates Teacher's Manual, and be sure to subscribe wherever you listen. For more Pilates goodness, check out my other podcast, Pilates Students Manual, available everywhere you listen to podcasts. The adventure continues. Until next time.